Well, good morning, private practice success community. How are you guys going on this fabulous Sunday morning? I am, of course, here on the Gold Coast at the QT Hotel, and it is just the perfect Sunday. I went for an early morning walk, and the ocean was just putting on the most spectacular scene of beauty and serenity, and I'm not going home tonight. My kids, my two boys are meant to be in school tomorrow, but I'm gonna be a bad parent and we're gonna stay another night so that I can spend tomorrow at my happy place, which is the beach. My boys are here, as well as my daughter with my hubby, so they've been enjoying the beach for the last 2 days whilst I've been here, of course, still having absolute fun with private practice owners from around Australia that is here to do my masterclass weekend workshop. But I'm thinking I'm not gonna miss out on the ocean, on the beach. I'm gonna stay an extra night and the boys can miss school tomorrow. It's not the end of the world. Cassidy will go back home because this is her last week of year 12 and the school is putting on some pretty amazing activities for them this week, and she now has a license and she's all grown up so she can go home and be at school tomorrow. And you know what? I joke about this being bad parenting, which it is not, right? But I know some people will judge it as such. But to me, it's the flexibility and the freedom that I get to have as a result of having built a group private practice that can run in my absence, that doesn't need me to be there to still run amazingly as a business, whilst of course it continues to do amazing work in helping people with mental health concerns. And that's why I became a psychologist, right? Helping more people in better ways, and having a business that runs really, really well allows me to do that. So I'm very excited about today, doing day 2 of the masterclass, but I think I'm just as excited to have the day off tomorrow and spend it at the beach, right? I didn't even bring togs because I wasn't planning to go. So that's a good excuse then to actually go and buy myself some togs. New Gold Coast cozies tomorrow here to wear. So yesterday was such a full-on day, right? So full-on, amazing as always. Oh, it's so bright out here, but it's just beautiful. And we spent a large part of yesterday talking about recruitment. Okay, recruitment. And we went through the whole process. And people think it's just about putting an ad out and then interviewing. It's not. It is an absolute process, right? It is a process, and we spent most of yesterday afternoon talking through my process, sharing that with the guys, talking about every step that you need to do to ensure the best possible outcome in that recruitment process. I also modeled or role played, so to speak, to the guys how I actually make an offer to people. Because I do, once somebody is in the room with me, in the interview room, because there's been some processes beforehand, there's a pretty good chance that, we are like halfway liking them. Hey Joanne, how are you? Good to see you on here. And so unless I've gone during the interview, hell no, this person's not going to be a good fit, I will actually at the end of the interview take the time to talk them through our payment model, right? How we remunerate our independent contractors, because the majority of our clinical team are independent contractors. And I actually role play to the people in the room here how I do it, because people often ask me, Gita, how do you get people to sign on when you are paying 50%, right? And I go, well, I do it all the time, right? But there is a skill to it. There is a way of doing it. And it's not only what I talk to people about in that session, in the interview, that's very important. It's the whole process. all of it, all the pieces stick together, which is why I took so much time yesterday afternoon to truly explain to people how you need to do this and do this well, right? We might be a small business, but HR is an incredibly important part of what it is we do. We have a responsibility towards our current team to hire the right people that's going to fit in, that's going to add to our culture and not detract from it. We also have, of course, a responsibility towards our clinical clients. Hey Patricia, how are you? We have a responsibility towards our clinical clients, right? To ensure that we only appoint fabulous clinicians whose heart is in the right place, who's got the most amazing skills, the passion, as well as experience. Not that I'm saying we don't take new grads, we take a lot of new grads, but it's about having the passion, having the willingness, if you are a new grad, to be teachable, right? To be taught, to be mentored, to be coached in doing this thing, being a helping professional. So it's such an important process to get right. So I had absolute fun sharing my process with the people here, which has allowed me to build truly fantastic teams at my group private practice. So today, what are we doing today? And of course we did subcontracting, contracts, service delivery guidelines, deliverables, what it is you require from your team. We did all of that stuff. So today, I'm squinching my eyes because the glare is so strong. Today we are doing a bit more culture stuff. We're looking at orientation induction. What else? Then we're going to be looking at numbers, KPIs. That's really important for your admin team, for your employees. If you do have subcontractors, KPIs are really the deliverables that you expect from your team, right? So we're going to look at numbers. Then we're going to look at the profitable private practice mindset, because you can't do any of the stuff I teach if your mindset isn't where it has to be. So I'm going to talk and share with them, and we're going to work through the 5 pillars of having a profitable private practice mindset. Then we're going to look at dynamic diary management, and I'm actually going to share with them a big thing that I implemented in my practice. Geez, when was this now? This is a couple of years ago, probably 2013 maybe? I don't know, I'm not good with dates, where I literally was able to double my turnover, okay, as a result of making a change in our dynamic diary management. And I was able to do that without incurring any additional overhead costs. That's the trick, right? People always tell me, Gerda, our turnover is pretty good, but our profit is like dismal, almost non-existent. Well, if that's the case, then you have an issue, right? Then you have a major issue that needs to be addressed, because a business has to make a profit, whether you like it or not. If it doesn't, you're an NGO, then please go and register as an NGO, get all the tax benefits that comes from being an NGO, and run your business in that way, right? And you know what? Profit is a good thing, because it allows you to have money to reinvest back into this dream and into this passion, right? If my first business did not make a profit, guess what? I wouldn't have been able to open up the Kapalaba practice, the second one. If both practices weren't making a profit, I would not have had money to invest in the online counseling service that I started called Your Psych Online, now Source Health, right? People often think that other people are going to think that if you have a profitable business, that all you are doing is lining your own pockets. Well, I can tell you, I do not own my own Lamborghini. I don't have a Ferrari. I don't wear a Rolex watch or whatever, right? And just because people might think it doesn't make it true. And it's not my job to try and disprove what other people think what I'm doing with the money I make in my business, right? It's none of my business what they are thinking. If they want to occupy themselves with judging me in that way, guess what? They're not going to have time to build their businesses, right? And if I'm going to consistently be occupied with what do other people think about me and the fact that I make profit in a helping business, then I'm not going to have the mind space and the energy to actually build this business and fulfill this dream, fulfill this passion I have, and create and have the impact that I intend to have whilst I'm on this earth, right? Which is a limited amount of time. So don't let other people shame you for having a practice that is doing well. And don't hold yourself back from running your practice in a profitable way, because it just allows you to have a greater impact, because you can actually invest that money back into your practice and into your business. It is a good thing. Money is a resource, and you can use it to impact so many lives and change so many lives. Do not let other people's judgment of that hold you back, because that's their bullshit. Don't make their bullshit yours, right? So that's a bit of a lecture that I didn't even plan to give you this morning, that you've gotten, because I just can't help myself. And then our final thing that we're going to address today with the guys here is, of course, customer service and wow factor and all of that lovely stuff. That's the creative stuff that I truly love. It's the stuff that our sister company, Halo Practice Management, just does amazingly well. And very inspiring being in a room with private practice owners that really get how important it is to do the work that we do and do it well, not only clinically, but as a business as well. All right, guys, I'm gonna love and leave you. Have a fabulous Tuesday, whatever it is that you're doing. Enjoy this beautiful day that you have, and don't let anybody stop you from having the impact that you are meant to have. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.